Welcome back, dude and dudettes, to another wild episode of Send It Mate. We're here to talk about all things hunting and outdoors. And today, we've got something that'll keep your gear running smoother than a dingo's getaway.
That's right. Our show is brought to you by High Caliber, the gun and knife oil company that knows how to keep your firearms and blades in tip-top shape.
High Caliber is like the secret sauce for hunters, anglers, and outdoorsy folk everywhere. It's like the magic potion that makes your gun and knives happier than a dog with two tails.
You know, guys, I've been using High Caliber oil for a while now, and let me tell you, it's the duck's nuts. My rifle practically sings a lullaby when I take it out hunting.
And speaking of lullabies, ever tried sneaking up on a deer with a squeaky gun? It's a prime way to end up with no venison in the freezer. You'll be hungrier than a vegan at a bacon festival.
Absolutely. But with High Caliber oil, your gun will be quieter than a ninja in moonlight. You'll be stalking your prey with the grace and stealth of a mountain lion.
High Caliber doesn't just keep things quiet, it also prevents rust and corrosion, so you won't find your gear looking like it spent a season at the bottom of a creek.
That's right, and for you knife enthusiasts out there, High Caliber has got you covered too. Your trusty blade will slice through anything smoother than butter on a hot biscuit.
So, folks, don't let your gear become a rusty, squeaky mess. Head on over to highcaliber.com.au and grab a bottle of their oil today.
And if you use the code SENDITMATE at checkout, you'll get a special discount. I say again, use the code SENDITMATE for all your oil slick, stealthy hunting needs.
Thanks to High Caliber, you'll be sending it in style and silence.
So, gear up, oil up, and send it, mate. High Caliber, the ultimate oil for the ultimate hunter.
What up?
Welcome, bitches.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen?
And those that are not of the bitch orientation.
Back again. How you boys doing? Good?
Yeah, good. Bloody good.
Not bad, not bad.
Had a good day. Had a good Monday.
Actually, no, we're not doing too well here in South Australia because of fucking COVID.
COVID shit.
We got like two
just got real.
people get it, and then boom, suddenly the world's ending. Let's close everything up. Yeah,
Didn't you know COVID's going to end the world?
it's the new world order, mate.
Yeah.
Absolute horseshit. Well, we're actually lucky Ryan made it here tonight,
Yeah.
to be honest.
Yeah, I was raging like a motherfucker. Very angry. Very angry.
Mate, this is why you need to maintain your vehicle.
Yeah. My car decided to shit itself. But not really all the way shit itself, just halfway shit itself, so it didn't do what it was supposed to do, like drive. It just didn't go. I couldn't get up past 40 k's an hour on the way here, and I was towing a trailer. So I got, yeah.
Man, limp mode. It's like whiskey dick, but for your car.
Yeah.
I think the point is you're here tonight. Well done.
Yay.
You've limped your way here. And we can move on now and
Well,
introduce...
you're like, oh, we'll fucking start without you then. I'm like, oh, okay.
Well, pretty much. I was ready to just
Cheers,
cut you
cunt.
off, man.
Yeah. You can do it without
We
me.
have an
It's fine.
important guest tonight. So if you were here, if you weren't here rather, then we were just going to start without you. So
Nah, well, at least I know where I sit in the pecking order. I'm glad we're glad
Shit in the pecking order.
I'm glad. Yeah, I shit in the pecking order.
you're a distant third place, mate.
Yeah, I'm glad we
And
sorted
tonight
it
you're
out.
fourth. So, all right, well, let's get into it this week. We have with us,
All the way from Queensland.
all the way from Queensland via Zoom, Josh Koitka from Jericho, Australia. Welcome, Josh.
Hey,
Thank you, lads. How are you?
Oh, look, we're
bloody
good.
good.
Pretty keen to talk to you, mate. So, yeah, like we've come across your products, I guess maybe in the last 6 or so months.
Yeah.
So we'd all like to say we're strong advocates for Jericho Australia. So we're keen to learn a bit about how you started that business and some of your life experiences to get where you are now. What say we get into a few questions? Or
Well, we should ask him. Josh, what is it that
what is
you
it?
do?
For those who don't know, yeah.
Yeah, well, actually, I actually work full-time for Telstra as a network engineer. That's like my main job. And I do that. I work from home and I actually still work on Gallipoli Barracks
Wow.
at Enoggera here. And so I go in there from time to time, but I can do it from home. Ever since COVID hit, it's basically work from home all the time. I just never really went back. I haven't really had had a need to.
That's handy.
You know, like I can do it all from my computer here. So, but yeah, and I also me and my partner started Jericho, and we've been doing that now for just under 2 years.
So what would you say
Yeah.
Jericho is as a business?
Yeah, what products do you sell?
We all just men's beard care products. We do a little bit of hair care, but mainly we specialize in men's beard care products. Yeah.
Well, we've all tried Jericho, and we are big fans.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
I have a lot of people wanting to eat my face when I wear
Yeah.
the salted caramel.
yeah.
More dudes than chicks.
Yeah, just don't inject. Like it's not bad if you do. Like it won't kill you, but we recommend not to.
Yeah, exactly right.
I am a massive lumberjack fan. It is. I was actually talking about it today. It is the right amount of sort of like musky fucking manliness that slaps you in the face, and then
Oh mate,
just finesse on top.
It's good, isn't it?
It's like a finishing note of I'm classy, but fuck you.
So what you're saying is you're a lady on the street, but a freak in the bed.
Yeah, pretty much.
lumberjack was one of our original scents, and it's like one of our most popular. It's my personal favorite too. I love it.
yeah.
Can't get enough of it.
That was a close second. For me.
And suits and cigars though. Suits and
Yeah,
cigars
that's my. I think it's just the name, man. The name.
Yeah.
Just
Like, man, me and my partner were driving home one day, and we were trying to come up with the name for it, and we were just sitting there back and forth. And I said suits and cigars, and it just clicked. As soon as I said it, was like, that's it. We're going with that. We
It
just
sounds
knew it.
great. It is something that you would wear in your beard if you were wearing a suit and smoking.
100%. That's exactly what we're going for, and I'm glad you realised it.
Fucking oath. Yeah.
And I just like smelling like delicious baked goods. So
Yeah, it looks like you like delicious baked goods too, mate.
are you fat shaming me on the podcast?
Again, yes.
You're one of the few people in the world that smells like they look.
An apple pie.
Oh dear. The takeaway home for the listeners is that the products all smell great. So let's get into learning a little bit about Josh, shall we? Where are you actually from, mate?
I was born in Innisfail, North Queensland, but I basically grew up here in Brisbane, went to school here in Brisbane, went to Padua, which is a school here on the north side, all boys school. And then basically, spent my whole childhood. I didn't really move anywhere else. A little bit of like living elsewhere when I was in the army, but I was even posted here most of my life. So kind of been in Brisbane my whole life, really.
Wow.
Yeah, I like it.
It's pretty
I've
lucky.
tried to move away, but I've always come back.
It's pretty lucky to get posted to your home state.
I was pretty lucky, and I was in infantry too. But they were raising 8-9 when I was going through my training. So they were just posting everyone there, and anyone that wanted to could go there.
What does that mean? Raising 8-9? Is that when they start a new?
Yeah, so 8-9 RER basically disbanded years and years ago, and then they re-raised it again in I think it was 2007, 2008, roughly off the top of my head. And they were basically just anyone that wanted a spot as an infantry soldier in Brisbane could get it. It was awesome.
So they needed more people to re-establish.
Yeah. So at the moment, at that time, there was seven battalions, and they added another one.
I gotta ask actually while we're on this topic. So you were infantry. Did you stay infantry?
No, mate, I was infantry for 5 years, and then I transferred to SIGs, and I was a telecommunication technician at 7 CSR.
Yeah,
In Brisbane as well.
Yeah. What does your telecommunications involve?
Yeah, so basically that's what I do now for Telstra as well. Basically, we administer like DRN, DSN, all the defense networks, and just say if we go overseas or whatever. For example, when I was in Iraq, we would basically set up a satellite so that we would have an external link back into AMAB or wherever it is. So that way, the guys in Iraq can communicate around within Iraq and back to Australia, and they can speak on the DRN, DSN, and stuff like that.
Yeah. So
Have their
like
own
a relay.
Intranet. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, a relay for the net, sort of.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much. Yeah. we would like install routers and switches, and but we would also do like civilian like networks as well, so people can actually have internet and stuff like that over there. It wasn't just defense networks.
Yeah,
It's a bit everything, yeah. And so because that's where most of the officers and most of the guys do their work is on DRN anyway. So it's just for emails. That's all they ever do on it is just email each other. Not much work.
Yeah. Well, I've seen some of the emails that fly about and on the DRN, and they're questionable. I actually had a mate that once he sent like this funny email. It was of a sexual nature to our CO actually accidentally,
God.
and the CO opened it. Obviously, there was a bit of a fucking cry and a bit of a complaint about it. Why are people using the DRN for this shit?
Oh yeah, there was a huge thing about all like sexual emails and stuff like that. I can't remember what are they called. The what's that? It's the Star Wars group. I can't remember the name of it. The Jedi. The Jedi Council. Jedi Council.
Yeah.
It was like a group. It was like there was like this group of people sending emails out, and there was this massive investigation, and like I think like a few blokes went to jail. A few guys got kicked out, and it was pretty crazy. It was like full on. It was like the news was involved and everything.
That's terrible.
I'm not entirely surprised.
Google the Jedi Council defense when you get a chance. It's a good read.
All right, Josh, let's switch it up. What's your favourite food, mate?
My favourite food.
Favourite food.
Fettuccine carbonara.
Yes.
My family's Italian. Love it. Or if anyone asks you what do you want for dinner, I always say fettuccine carbonara.
Yeah.
Fair enough. I like it.
Yeah.
What was your first job, Josh?
I was a baker. Actually, when I was in school, I did like a school-based apprenticeship as a baker / pastry chef, and that's what I wanted to be when I was older. Was a pastry chef and baker, and then I did like 2 years and absolutely hated it. Literally hated my life. Borderline suicide, and it was the worst 2 years of my life because that job when I was 18, 19, it was they took away like my weekends. So you would start at like 3 a.m, and finish at like 10 a.m. So, and if I went out on the night before, the day's ruined, and I hated it. Yeah. Worst decision I ever made, ever. Still to this day.
Yeah, wow.
even over infantry.
Mate, trust me. Infantry was it had good and bad days, mainly bad days, but there was a lot of good days too. a lot of mates that in that job I think is the only job you can make those certain types of mates.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
100%. 100%. All right, Josh, if you could trade places with anyone in the world, who would that be?
Oh, shit. I don't know. Like, I reckon it would be pretty cool to live like, even though I'm not a fan of him and I don't like him as a person, but LeBron James's life for like about.
Yeah.
Even though I don't like him after all that shit that he's doing on social media and stuff, like just to live that lifestyle for a while, I think would be pretty cool. But like being an actual probably the best sports star in that sport, So that'd be pretty cool.
What is he doing on social media? I'm been living on a rock.
Just all about that racial, like it's just like when that white or that cop shot that black girl. That black girl was about to stab someone, and that cop literally did a good thing. He saved someone. He saved someone's life, and automatically just gone on there saying it's racism and stuff like that. Even without looking at the context of what the guy actually did, which was save a life, he just automatically, white cops shooting black people, and it's just. It's like he's in a power of leadership, power of position, power of, he should be saying the right things, not just creating hate. That just spreads out, and that's going to, it's radicalizing black people to hate white people, stuff like that,
Yeah.
And it's not good.
Yeah. No, the people with that amount of following on social media definitely have a responsibility because they do have such a level of influence.
Yeah.
So it's the slightest thing they say, people take seriously or, radicalize is a good word. So
there's no training, I guess, for lack of a better word, for people that have that sort of power. If you become an Instagram sensation, people don't really understand the power that that wields.
So we're getting down freedom of speech here now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but understanding that your ability to, like, you can have the freedom of speech, no worries, but understanding that what you say when you're saying it to such a broad audience, especially if you're in position of influence, you have to have the understanding that with that comes a certain amount of unintended power, I guess.
That's what I say.
Unintended consequences.
Yeah.
You have the freedom of speech, but you don't have the freedom of consequence.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
so you don't know you don't know who's listening and could take it the wrong way or could be like truly influenced by it. You know,
100%.
I like the way you put it. It breeds hate, and that's between whatever community you are, whatever race. It's, you know, breeding hate for one or the other, which needs to be stopped. Sort of, you know, people need to realise, okay, we're all just fucking human beings.
Mate, honestly, the only way is racism and all that stuff is going to stop is when we stop talking about it.
Yeah.
You know,
100%.
when you start referring to that person as a person, not as a black or a white or whatever person, that's the only way it's going to stop.
100%. The trouble is, though, that all of that creates controversy, and controversy sells, and probably the reason.
Oh, mate, that's exactly right.
Yeah.
The media loves it. The media loves it.
Yeah. So LeBron would have got a whole bunch of clicks and likes and all sorts of shit.
Another couple $1 million.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, there you go. So are you into basketball at all, or is that just?
I used to be like back in the day, man. Like when like Michael Jordan was playing, Sean Kemp, like all those like real Anthony Hardaway, like like the old Skylight when I used to collect the basketball cards, like back in the good days. Now just gone to shit.
Yeah, no, the 90s was definitely the heyday of it. I think you're similar vintage to us, Josh. So yeah.
Glory days of the 90s.
I definitely remember that.
Basketball.
Yeah.
Space Jam was the bomb.
Well, we know the answer. We know the answer to the next question because we saw a little preview on our screens in front of us. But do you have any children, Josh?
I do. I have a 4-month-old son, Leonardo.
Congratulations.
It's been awesome, man. It's been really good. It's changed my life like more than I expected. Like I knew having a kid was obviously a big change in anyone's life, but I think it's made me just a complete different person, like more caring and just understanding towards a lot of people, and you know, just more relaxed with life and stuff. You know, he's changed my life completely, man. It's awesome.
Oh, 100% it does. So I'm a father of twin girls who are 5. Ryan's got a 5-year-old son.
6 now. He turned 6 last week.
Oh, 6. Sorry. My apologies. Don't call him 5 anymore. Eloise will lose it.
He will lose his mind. He'll be the first one to correct you and tell you how wrong you are.
And Josh isn't aware of any children that he's
Love a dog.
created. There you go, man. Yeah, you're right. It does change you quite a bit. And people without kids don't realise how much it affects your schedule and what you can do. You can't just drop things at the drop.
No, it's not like a dog where you can just close the door and come back a few hours later. You know?
Can't you? Can't you do that?
All you got to do is train your kid to feed itself.
Or just put enough food in a bowl to last it a week. You're good.
Jeez. How's your sleep going anyway, Josh? Pretty good, or?
No, mate. He's actually really good. Like he goes to sleep about 8:30 and sleeps through to about 7 in the morning. Like, and he's awesome.
Bloody hell.
Yeah, he's really good.
Yeah, my lad was like that. Bloody good.
Yeah.
You hear all the horror stories that other parents go through with kids that just scream all night.
Yeah, every 2 hours. Yeah.
And you're like, I didn't get any of that.
It's
No,
intense.
he's awesome.
Yeah, it's good.
Caleb's kids used to get up in the middle of the night and I'd hear them playing in their room, or one of them would wake up and the other one would be like, "Oh, it's okay, go back to bed." And I'll be like, "Oh, the walls are paper thin."
Josh and Caleb used to live with each other.
Yeah.
It's not just Josh being
We're not in
fucking
a
weird,
gay
staying at Caleb's
relationship
house.
or anything like that.
So yeah, Josh and I are both divorced, and at one point we did live together. So when my kids would be around, he did share a wall. So they'd get up in the middle of the night and make noise, and unfortunately he doesn't sleep as well as I do. So
I'd go get a glass of water, man, and you like something off of what's one of those horror movies where the girl's just suddenly there. Suddenly your daughter would be there and be like, "I want daddy," and I'd be like, "Fuck, mate, you come out of nowhere." Go back
the
to
ring
bed.
or whatever.
Yeah.
Long drink hanging over in a white nightie.
Yeah.
Fair enough. All right, let's change it up a bit. Josh, what is the most dangerous thing you've ever done?
Shit. I think probably just skydiving. Like that was probably the most, like, I'm not the best with heights, but like probably skydiving was the most dangerous thing, just because like I know it's safe and because the instructor, but the instructor seemed like he didn't know what he was doing, so that made the whole thing unsafe. So I literally the whole time while doing it, I was like, I'm going to die. But I just went along with it anyway. I could have said no, I want someone else, but I didn't want to make the guy feel bad, so I just kept going along with it.
So you could have died to save someone else's feelings.
Oh dear.
Wow, you're the nicest dude ever.
Yeah, I reckon. How considerate.
What made you choose that when you're not the best at heights?
Yeah, like it's just added. It was on the bucket list, something to. You have to do it, man. Like you go through your whole life and you don't want to hold any regrets and stuff. And I want to be 90 and then try to do it then, because there'll be a whole worth of experience. I'd rather do it now and get it over. And it actually, looking back at it, it's something that you really like when you hit the ground and during the day and stuff. You really like you're all hyped up about and stuff like that. And yeah, it's really awesome thing to do. So definitely, you should definitely do it if you haven't done it.
I haven't been. Have you guys been?
No.
Nope.
Yeah. Well, next podcast episode. Here we go.
Yeah.
Because I'm same as you, Josh K. I'm shit scared of heights. Fucking shit scared.
Yeah.
I go up. I climb like 4 meters up on a the indoor rock climbing walls, and then I look down and my body freezes and I'm like fucking stuck to the wall.
Ryan's like 6'4" as well, so
Yeah.
he's not a small dude.
If I jump, I get scared.
It's not so much like probably like the 10 meter, 20 meter heights. It's the really, really high stuff. Like those YouTube videos, those guys scaling along the sides of buildings.
No, that makes me sick.
And they like jump, like that gives me vertigo just watching it. And I get like, I almost have a heart attack just watching it.
I've heard that you don't get the sense of falling when you jump out of a plane because you've got nothing to relate it to. Like if you were jumping off of the roof of your building, obviously you've got your veranda and everything that's going past you. Is it the same? Someone's described it like that before.
It's yes and no. Like for me, it felt like there was obviously force being pushed upwards, but you do feel like you're floating until you get I don't know, probably like 300 meters from the ground. That's when it really that's way too low. I don't know the meters, probably like 1,000 meters something. But once you get to a certain point, you can really feel like the downward pressure.
Yeah.
But when you're up higher, before like probably about a minute or so before you pull to shoot, you feel like you're literally floating.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. There you go.
We'll do it one day.
Yeah, I'd love to see you jump out of a plane.
Well, that's what it felt like for me. Like I'm sure everyone's different. There's people doing, buddy. I saw one video of some people getting married up there. There's a couple that get married skydiving.
Wow.
How the hell would you want to do that? How could you even hear each other?
Quick ceremony though.
Imagine if it was your first time and you shat yourself right in the middle of the
As in literally shat yourself.
Yeah, crap your pants, yeah. It'd be a memorable wedding.
Seen those people that go skydiving in the nud? Imagine if they shit themselves.
Tandem. Poor bloke behind you's got a face full. You're disgusting, Ryan.
All right, well, let's move.
You sound like my mum.
Let's move it on then. Let's move it on. Josh, what is the best piece of advice you've ever been given?
20 seconds of courage is all you'll ever need in life. And like, if you think about it logically, if you go up to talk to a girl, you just take 20 seconds, you just stop what you're doing. You're like, all right, I'm going to go and talk to this girl. 20 seconds, by the time 20 seconds up, you're talking to her,
yeah,
it's true. But like, if you think about it, like when you take the hardest step in life, well, in my opinion, is taking the first step. And all you really need is a small amount of courage to take the first step. And then everything else, it's just a ride after. You just kind of just go with the journey.
Taking the leap.
Yeah.
That's some solid advice, man.
That is actually.
I definitely agree with that.
Yeah, I like it.
I mean, I took 20 seconds to talk to these guys, and it's the best 20 seconds I ever spent.
Yeah, we both regret it.
No, it's good.
100%. Well, there is a lot of people, whether it be in business or, their existing job or whatever, they're too scared to take the next step. So, yeah, that 20.
Yeah, but as soon as you take the first step, man, the ball's rolling. It's so many people are just worried about like what if and stuff like that. Who cares about what if? You just have to take the risk and then deal with the good or the bad later on.
That's it. Oh, it's at least you've got momentum. You whatever direction, whether it's right or wrong, you're moving forward.
That's
That's
right.
the main thing, not just sitting in the one place. What's your most treasured possession?
My son.
I had a feeling.
I was just saying, that sounds like it'd be an easy answer.
He's all shiny and new.
Yeah.
No, yeah, he is. But like material wise, I used to have not really anything. I used to have a bike. I'm waiting until because I only just got my bike license about a year or so ago, and I'm waiting till I get in Queensland. You have to do 2 years on your P's before you can get your unrestricted license. So I can't wait to get a Harley. Like I'm just waiting. I'm just waiting to get a Harley. I don't know which one I want to get yet. Like I do like the night rods, but they kind of look like Batman bikes.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why tossing up I'm not really, maybe a breakout or something. But I bought a Yamaha 650 V-Star. It's because you're allowed to drive it on your P's under 660 cc's, and it was pretty decked out. I don't know if you've seen the videos of it on my Instagram and stuff, but it's a pretty good bike, man, for my first bike. It's a bit of the bobber look, which I love that low rider type bobber look.
Yeah, man.
I think that's where everyone starts when they buy a Harley. That bobber look.
Yeah.
I don't think you'd be able to get onto a Harley, Josh.
I could get onto it, man, but I'd just look tiny on it. I don't give a fuck. I'm not looking at me.
I'm a big fan of the cruisers. I've actually had my.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, cruisers are awesome.
Yeah.
I can never get into sport bikes and stuff like that. Like I just don't like them. Like even doing because I had to do the test on them and just they hated it.
Oh, man, I did my test on a bloody KTM, and
Oh, really?
it was shit. It was terrible because it's all slow movement stuff. Like if you go to your motorbike license in South Australia, it's all slow maneuvers.
Yeah, you don't get out of third gear.
I didn't even get it out. Mate,
Yeah.
I didn't even get out of second. It was.
Do you go onto the highway or anything?
Nope, nothing like that.
Nah.
It's
Yeah,
literally.
see, we go down the highway and go for like an hour drive as well.
Oh, what?
wow.
Really?
See, we should be doing
Yeah.
that.
See, we're in like it's almost like an establishment with like a bitumised
It's
track.
a tennis court.
It looks like a car park.
Yeah, essentially.
Yeah.
They put cones out.
See-
Not allowed on the road.
Yeah, we do that as well. We do like the figure eight,
Yeah.
and then like the stopping, starting, all that type of shit, and then you also have to go for like an hour drive as well, or ride, whatever you call it.
Yeah, no, we should be doing that.
Yeah, we
that
should.
Makes more sense.
Yeah.
There's a lot of like doing S's. I don't know what it's
Yeah,
called.
it's a figure of eight, and yes, yeah.
Inside of a
stop,
square, and then there's you got to stay inside these two lines that are about 150 mil apart, and they do like a
Yeah,
snake.
oh really?
Yeah, it's fucking hard.
And there's the slow ride one where you kind of have to you got like 20 meters, and you have to stay between like a meter gap, and you got like 10 seconds, but you can't cross the line. Before 10
it's like
seconds
that.
because it's too quick or whatever.
Yeah, it's like the slot. You can't finish within 10 seconds. But the lines in South Australia are about 150 mil apart, like the width of a foot.
Oh yeah, it might be
tiny.
quite small. I can't remember, but I remember that actually being quite difficult the first time because I was going so slow I fell off the bike.
Glad I'm not the only one that falls off the board.
Yeah, Caleb's got some experience of falling off.
Have
a bike.
you had a bad stack yet? No. Nah? Touch wood?
Oh man, never.
Yeah,
No,
nice.
and hopefully I never do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I dropped my dad's. Well, I guess it's my stepmom's bike.
That's a bit different from your dad.
Well, I
Wait a
was going to
second,
say my dad's wife, and then I was like, well, that sounds fucking stupid.
Is your dad now your stepmom? Is that what you're saying? Or
My dad is now my stepmom because he shaved his beard
my
off.
own grandpa. What the fuck?
Well, if your dad doesn't have a beard, then you got two mums, don't you?
That's true.
Is that the song?
Yeah.
Something like that. Anyway, the point is you dropped a bike, which was stupid.
It didn't belong to me either. And it was terrible. Anyway,
All right. Hey, Josh, recommend a movie to us, mate.
I'm sure you've seen it, but my favorite movies are Rocky. All of them except for the fifth one. Rocky 1 to 4. Can't go wrong, mate. Have you guys seen Rocky?
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, good. You were all quiet there for a second. I was like, who am I talking to?
Nah.
Didn't they? Is it Creed, the new ones? Just like this.
Yeah,
spin-off thing?
it was all right. It was okay, I guess, but it's no Rocky. It's no Rocky.
Yeah.
That's true. I actually have a question on this. So I've noticed that on Jericho, there's a bit of a Connor favoritism going on. There's a few-
yeah.
few
I'm a
Conor
huge
McGregor,
fan.
yeah.
You're a huge
Huge
fan.
fan of Conor McGregor. He's I don't know, lately he's gone a bit shit though. Like, not because of his fighting style, but just how, like, he shouldn't be being so, like, ignorant. Or, like, he hasn't really proved himself lately. You know what I mean? So, like, he's just, I don't know, like, and I really liked him when he was the underdog and he was hungry and, like, he had, like, a sense of pride about himself and he was backing up his cockiness.
Yeah.
But now he's still being cocky, but he's not, like, kind of proving himself. You know what I mean?
He's being a dick without being good at anything.
Well, we had this conversation the
pretty
other
much.
day. We actually think, like, we wonder if he's taking his training as serious as what he did when he was the underdog. So, you know, when you get, like, you got a few wins or you know, you're getting cocky and you can back it up and then you sort of relax a bit and get complacent in your training. I do wonder if that's happening or happened on a big level because, he's definitely not been performing like he used to.
I don't know. We were also discussing whether he was just rocking up just for the cash. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, well.
And I think the whole boxing fiasco with fucking Mayweather would just, like, that should never have happened because, like, that was like his first, like, actual loss, you know, for like a while. Like, he was on like a really good streak and like he was like the most, everyone loved him in UFC and, you know, he could have made that money in UFC, you know, like, and then he went over there and then he got that loss and then it just kind of went downhill from there. Like, he came back and fought Cowboy, which was really good. But if he went up from there again, he probably would have got back to where he was. But now he's at the end of his days, I reckon.
yeah.
Huge fan though, still a huge fan. Though.
And no one talks shit like that guy either. He's just on it.
Oh, he's a marketing genius, man.
Yeah.
He sells his shit so well.
Yeah, he does. Having said that, like, you know, at some stage he could back it up and, you know, kudos. Like, you can do it, you can talk shit and then knock the dude out. Well, okay.
I think he needs to, like, just stop being so arrogant, like, if he does come back this next round and just be quiet and, like, not say shit and just come out, like, just train hard and just, you know, and just surprise everyone because at the moment people are losing faith in him, I think.
100%. All right. Last of the structured questions, Josh. And we asked this to all our guests. What was your first rifle?
Oh, fuck, what was my first rifle? I never had, I guess it's a 22 count.
Yeah. It's technically a rifle.
Yeah, of course, man. Of course, whatever it was.
Yeah, but the first proper rifle I ever shot was an SR98.
Yeah.
That was pretty awesome. We shot the Barretts, 50 cals, because I did the sniper's course in infantry. Did not pass or anything like that. I fucking did my knee during the course on and like one of the pack marches. But that was pretty awesome. We got to shot the Barretts and the SR25 as well.
Yeah, that's all right. How'd you like the AMR, the 50 cal?
Oh, mate. It literally sends a shockwave through your body.
Instant gratification.
It literally is. Like, whoever made those weapons needs like a hug or a pat on the back.
Oh, shit.
So good.
Yeah, nice.
What did you think of the SR98? You enjoyed it?
Yeah, I don't mind them, man. Like, at the time because they were the only really weapons that I really, like, they were the first proper rifles introduced to me. So I thought they were at the time the best, you know. But looking back at the now, there's obviously a lot better on the market, but they were pretty good rifles, man. They were pretty good.
Accuracy International, man, held the market in long-range precision shooting for a long, long time, man. And it really hasn't changed dramatically up until the last sort of like decade where other companies have started getting involved and getting, hammering that market. And suddenly there's better platforms and better calibers out there to do the same job. But I've got a dying question. Do you shoot now?
No, I was actually literally talking to my partner about this literally, buddy, 2 days ago. I was going to, I'd like to go and get my gun license and actually join a club and start doing this, get back into it a bit, because it was fun doing it, I love going doing range days and stuff like that. But the only thing I didn't like about the army, how structured it was, you got to do this, you got to stand over there, you got to, I'd just love to go down the range for the day and have a few hours, do a shoot, some my own rounds and stuff. He's so keen to get back into it. So I'm about to start the process now.
Nice.
Yeah, very nice, very nice. I guess some tips with that is just picking that right range, because some ranges still, they're very structured, very there's nothing wrong with structure, but it does get a little bit boring because of the micromanagement of the range. So picking your range is paramount if you want to just.
I know there is. It's not like American where you can just walk down and just but I know there is a little bit of micromanaging, especially the safety behind everything. So that's fine. But I just don't want someone in my pocket, telling me when you can and can't shoot and stuff like that. So
we've had this conversation many times actually, and we're talking about just going three ways in a block and just setting up our own range, because fuck, man, there's some dinosaurs out there at the range still that you just like, dude, it's fucking 2021, mate. Like, fuck.
That's it, man. People need to evolve, and that's like the army, man. They're stuck. Yeah. All the buddies, they're stuck in there. Like the beards in the army, man. That's one thing that just never. That was actually half the reason why I wanted to get out of the army, was because of no beards and stuff like that. There was one point where there was talk of it being allowed for certain activities and events and exercise and stuff. And then there was a blanket rule. Anyone, because there were guys that had medical beards and stuff like they couldn't shave because of whatever, and they had beards. They ended up getting kicked out or told they have to shave or leave.
Did you ever have a tip for growing a beard?
Yeah, man. I had a tip for probably 3 years or something like that. I get really, really bad ingrown hairs on my neck from shaving too often. Basically the hairs grow back in on themselves. Mm-hmm. It gets pretty gross if I shave every day. It looks like someone's taken a knife to my neck. It's pretty bad. Oh, yeah, it's pretty gross.
So you were supporting a beard whilst you were in the for those 3 years?
Huge, mate. Look, I came out and started a beard care business. What do you think? I was a huge.
I was going to say, so that's kind of the inspiration behind what you started with Jericho.
Yeah, it was, man. When I used to have heaps of problems with beard dandruff and I couldn't wear black shirts and stuff like that because I used to get dandruff all over my shirt and stuff like that. My partner was kind of the influence as well, because she said to me, you should try coconut oil. And so I just went down and bought some oil in the tub or whatever, the organic coconut oil. Yep. Just rubbed it into my beard, and then literally a couple of days, beard dandruff was gone. And then we started mixing it with different oils, like almond oils, and getting all different oils and mixing it together. And it just kind of snowballed from there. Mm-hmm. We were actually in we were in Canberra at the time, me and my partner, September. So the business launched in September 1st, 2019. In August 2019, we had just gone back from America. We did a 2-month holiday in America. And we came back and we decided to start the business then. Just bought a few products and a few ingredients, and launched the website, and everything's fell into place after that.
Where was the turning point? Did you Mrs. Turn? You go, we should just sell this, and then you're, oh fuck yeah, all right, let's do that, or did you sort of have a game plan of that's what you knew you wanted to do?
I think it was, to be honest, I can't owe it all to her, because we're 50-50 in the business, we do everything together, but she was one that said we should sell this. We should start a beard care business, because I knew how good it was, because I had tried other companies before, and there were some good ones and there were some bad ones and stuff like that. But we just wanted to make it our own, and just we noticed. So I would never name a company or badmouth a company, but we noticed like quality in other people's companies dropping. Like it's like the ingredients weren't the same as what they used to be. So we just, and that's one thing we would never ever skimp on is quality. I'd rather just even if the ingredients got too expensive, I'd rather give up the business than skimp on quality. You know,
There's a ingredient that I sort of noticed in some of your oils, and you use hemp oil. Why hemp oil? And
hemp seed oil.
Yeah. Is it?
Is it what? Yeah, it's hemp.
Might start smoking it.
Mate, hemp seed oil it's like one of the best repair oils ever. Like cracked skin and like dry skin and like flaky skin, like cuts and stuff like that. Even like it just has like this rapid, it really repairs stuff really quickly. And like so if you ever know, like I don't know if you guys ever had it, but if you ever, like it's more with me, like if I would separate my hairs on my face, you could literally see big chunks of white skin, like from like dead dried skin in there. And it was like you could like literally get in there and pick it out. It was so disgusting. You know, and like stuff like the oils that we chose are the most, well, in our opinion, like there's 100 oils in the market, but we got ones that are really beneficial towards skin and hair, but not so much like moisturizing. Like we wanted stuff that's repairs, you know, like repairs cracked skin and hydrates and, you know, like keep skin healthy and stuff. And also because at the end of the day, beard oil and isn't really, it's only like 20% for your hair. It's mainly for your skin. Yep. You know, you need to keep the skin healthy, and the hairs will follow.
Yeah, I have to admit, it certainly cleared up. Even shaving rash, using your oil has cleared up shaving rash a lot, which happened obviously every time you clean your neck, the bottom of your neck. It's sort of shaving rash, and then a bit of oil, and it's just comes good within.
Yeah, man.
Within a day. It's amazing, to be honest.
Yeah, definitely. Try to it's crazy. Like I've noticed this with my skin. I don't know if I have sensitive skin or not, but I've noticed that if I use chemical-based products like on my skin, like even moisturized, like chemical-based moisturizers and stuff like that, like my skin just gets dry and just gets like, it just doesn't react well. So I really have to kind of like steer clear from like any chemical-based, but like there is some chemical-based. I like chemical-based hair products and stuff like that, because, you know, I don't know, just it feels better in my hair and I get a better outcome. But with your beard and your skin, you really have to go natural. Like it's all natural, man. You know, like Mother Nature was put on this earth with, like, Mother Nature, right? You know, so and it's looking after us. So you just gotta use it, I guess.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I'm big advocate for it, actually.
Absolutely, and all your stuff is handmade, isn't it?
Yeah, man. Literally everything that, like, obviously our beard straighteners aren't handmade and like that, but all our beard oil, beard balms, beard butters, beard shampoo and conditioners, mustache waxes. We buy all of our ingredients from Sydney, all locally, all nationally sourced. We basically mix everything. So for like beard oil, we mix all the ingredients together, put it into the bottle. Labels on, box it, ship it, and send it. Butters, we balms and stuff like, we melt down all the ingredients and pour it all into the tins. Butters, we have to melt everything down and whip it and stuff like that. Yeah, so it's a massive process. And we've got 6 people now in the team working from Jericho.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's awesome to see, man. And that's quite often the origin, well, similar origin stories with a lot of businesses is people are passionate about something and they're frustrated with what's on the market currently. And it sounds like that's a sort of similar story with you, where you've gone, well, I want to do my own and I want to make it better. And you can, like, we've all used it, so we can all say that it's great. It's great stuff. So it's really cool, man.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Like that's it. Like you just want to, I think we just found like a pretty good solution to, like, and we get so many emails and messages, and like, it warms my heart to know it. Like so many people saying thank you for your products. It's really gotten rid of our beard dandruff. Our skin feels so much better and stuff like that. You know, but like it makes you think like there is a lot of beard care. Like there's other companies out there and stuff like what's in their products. You know what I mean? Like it makes you think like what are they skimping out on? Because like most a good beard oil with good ingredients should get rid of beard dandruff. It should get rid of like it should moisturize your skin. You know, so it should do those things. So if it doesn't do that, you know, like what's in it? Like are they using like some sort of bloody filler oil, like a mineral oil, just to like use 80% of the bottle? So it just makes you think. That's all.
Well, you can definitely tell it's moisturising because not only does your face, the skin on your face feel good, but something I've noticed is my hands also, as a byproduct, are quite moisturised as well. I feel a lot softer.
Yeah.
There's definitely a joke in there. About
I know Josh is going to run with a joke about my girly hands anyway.
Your hands are fucking soft like balls anyway, mate. Oh, I don't think they've seen an ounce of hard work in their life.
Whatever, Josh. We can't all be as hard as you, mate.
You can if you watch some porn.
Mate, that escalated out of nowhere. Thanks for that.
We've all done it.
Josh, is there anything new and exciting on the horizon for Jericho Australia?
We have some new products coming out very soon, but can't tell you what they are.
Stay tuned.
We do have some pretty cool products coming out soon. We're always coming out with new products and trying to expect, like, mate, everyone's always asking us, when are you going to bring out the scents and everything? But if we were to bring out the scents in, like, all the balms, all the butters, I'd have to employ another 5 people.
Yeah.
You know, like, we're slowly getting to that point, but it's full on, man. Like, the days are busy. Like, we're getting, like, we don't have time to even go for lunch. You know, we're always trying to, like, just fulfilling orders, and there's so many products to make, and our goal is to get to that point where we have everything, you know. But you know, it's a process, so
that's it.
We're getting there.
You can't grow too fast, I guess, and if you can sort of maintain your quality and that level of service to people in the early stages, and then, you know, when it's the right time, I guess, grow and cater for all these weird, wonderful requests you're getting. So
that's exactly right. Yeah, we don't want to go from 0 to 100 too. Like, if we were to bring out 10 oils, 10 balms, and 10 butters from the moment we started, they wouldn't have a reputation. You know, each scent has its own reputation. Like, a lot of people just like love one scent, and you know, they get to know the other scents and stuff like that. So it gets time for people to know the product and to, you know, other people to review it, because when people review something, it makes, even if people weren't considering it, they might consider it now from what that person has been saying about it, you know? Mm-hmm. So, yeah, bringing out everything at once, it never would have worked, in my opinion.
For sure. And something I want to ask you is, what's a tip or a trick out there for people who want to grow a better beard? Is there anything that you can, any advice you can?
So many people ask me this question, and I tell them, think of your beard as a garden. As your own personal garden. You know, you want to fertilize it, you want to take care of it, you want to look after it the best way you can. Just there is a lot of things that, like, you don't want to do, like, but what I do suggest, use a good beard oil. You know, like, regularly trim. You know, like, trimming actually promotes healthy hair growth, and it actually gets rid of split ends and stuff like that. And so trimming, like, not like I'm talking like shaving trimming, just like a little bit off the end. You know, it keeps the beard neat, it promotes healthy hair growth. And wash it once or twice a week with a good beard shampoo and conditioner. Stay away from normal hair shampoo, because it gets down the follicles, and it'll dry your beard out, and your hair will you'll end up when you brush it, you'll literally have hairs falling out in the brush. And that's another thing. Make sure you brush every day. Yep. Brush, because you're training your beard to grow in a direction, and it also promotes healthy hair growth as well.
Beautiful.
Wow. I learned something new about my beard.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I didn't know you had to brush it.
There's a lot to it. There's a lot to it. we get so many messages from like all these guys on Facebook commenting on it, like just random guys that don't follow us or something, like, oh, and they just say all these stupid comments like, oh, I can't believe you bloody look after the beard, like that's gay. I'm like, what? I'm like, what? Don't you shampoo your hair, mate? Like, don't you wash your body?
Probably not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know what though? It's actually
that doesn't make sense.
it's actually something you can take pride in as a man. Like it's
Oh, yeah.
it's a very uniquely manly thing to do, and it does feel so masculine to be able to grow a beard and be proud of it. And look, honestly, there are times in my life where I've gone, it is annoying to have to maintain it. But then I think now I'm a bit older, it's actually like, well, like you said about maintaining the garden, your own garden sort of thing, you've got that daily routine where you're brushing and you're putting the beard oil in. And when you actually have a product to put in there, such as, a Jericho Australia beard oil or beard balm, it is like there's a scent associated with what you're doing. So it almost like locks in that process as well to go, all right, I smell like salted caramel now. I'm ready to go out and have a good time or do whatever.
And it like, exactly. It adds a bit of excitement to your routine as well, like especially playing around with the different scents and stuff like that. And it brightens you up, freshens you up, makes you feel good about yourself. It literally like that feel good, look good, feel good. It's so true. If I'm if my beard's not done, like if I'm not, if I'm looking rugged and stuff like that, I feel like shit.
Yeah.
So, feel down and buddy depressed, I guess.
How can you expect someone to respect yourself if you can't respect you if you can't respect yourself? So, and part of that is taking pride in the way you dress, the way your appearance is, your hygiene and things like that, and beard care is just one of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I used to have quite a big beard, and
you did, yeah.
I actually got
A vagina because you cut it.
Well, I do. That's one thing I actually regret, and having conversations like this with people like yourself, Josh. And I'm standing here. I had my beard was big, like it was down past my chest, and I miss it. I really do. It was like a part of me that I didn't actually cut it off. My boss cut it off. There's a story of that. Yeah, cut the drinks and Christmas time, and then he grabbed some scissors and went choppity chop. See you later.
Did you get paid $100 for it at least?
Nah.
Fuck, what?
Yeah, hashtag regrets. Yeah. But what I was getting into with that is because I used to use a lot of the off the shelf stuff from like your Woolies and that sort of that. Like just there's a lot of brands that I won't mention that I went through, and none of them really had that nice sort of silky smooth feeling about your beard about a half an hour after you use the oil, like what yours does. And what you said earlier about 90% fillers in certain products, I didn't even know that was a thing. Like,
man, it's called mineral oil. It's basically an oil that is, well, there is other types of oil, but it's basically does nothing. It's like I don't even know how they make it. I think it's just made up of bullshit, and it's like water, but it's like it's of an oily consistency, so you can literally fill up, and it's wasted.
That makes me angry.
Well, it's just about making more money.
Yeah,
so if you're buying 100 mil of beard oil and 90% of it's shit that does nothing, well,
that's it, yeah.
I suppose it's case in point.
The only people are going to lose out on that is the companies. Like people find out real quickly that the quality's shit. So it is what it is.
Now, the other thing I really like about Jericho Australia is the branding and the skull with the beard on it. What was the inspiration behind that? Is that something you came up with, or?
I think it was a military kind of thing. I don't know, like if you think military, you think skulls and all that type of stuff. So I just kind of went with that vibe and just kind of and then but we also wanted like bright colors and stuff like that. So we were going to go down the straight black path at the start, like the black and whites and stuff like that. But when we put it colors to the scents, and it just brought the whole bloody business to life, like and all the branding using bright colors, and now we've incorporated graffiti as well, which I think is awesome, and it just like that street vibe with the skulls, and it just I don't know. Yeah, we actually have a lot of people say how much they love our branding, and
Yeah, man.
It's because it's weird though, because like Jericho Australia, like if you look at it, it's like it doesn't really match the skull. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
Jericho Australia and the skull don't look good together, but because like Jericho Australia, you'd think it'd be called like Skull Beard or some Scully Beard or something, something like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it kind of works. So yeah, we just went with it.
How'd you come up with Jericho itself?
So I'm not really religious, but Josh fought the Battle of Jericho,
Yep.
and now we got like the Wall of Jericho, and which is off the wrestler. What's his name? He's Jericho, and he's moved. It was the Wall of Jericho.
Yep.
And there's a song called the Wall of Jericho, and I just put Joshua because my name's Josh and Jericho, and then we threw in Australia because we just wanted to really enforce that it was Australian made, and
Yeah. Love the name, actually, man.
Oh, it's
Yeah,
tough.
it is a
It all
great
works well
name.
together, man.
Yeah.
It's like you said, those different elements don't work on their own, but together somehow, it all sort of comes together, man.
It just kind of comes together,
Yeah.
Do you have a shop front?
We have a warehouse in Geebung where we've been there for about three months now. We're probably like a week away from opening up to the public for like a click and collect. We're not going to do a walk-in shop around, but we are setting up a front where if you come to pick up an order, you can like test some products and smell some scents and stuff like that. And if there is people in the local area that, because we do get a lot of people messaging us saying, hey, I really want to come in and like smell a scent before I buy it, we're going to give people the opportunity to as well. So,
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So that's probably happening pretty soon.
Nice one. Well, yeah, we're definitely very keen to support Australian business and especially veteran-run businesses as well. Now, a question I have for you, Josh, is how did you go transitioning out of the army and then into civilian life? Now, obviously, our Josh here is ex-military. But then, that's something we've seen amongst all our ex-army mates is that transition from army life into civil life, and sometimes you don't necessarily get recognition for the skills you've got in the army. I mean, you've sort of got a similar job now with Telstra in telecommunications.
Unlike my mates, like all my mates I still talk to now are my infantry mates. The guys in SIGs I don't really talk to as much.
Yep.
But the guys transferring out of infantry, they're the ones that struggled hard and they couldn't find jobs and stuff like that. But I was really lucky because I transferred to SIGs and did telecommunication technician. So I transferred out and I actually went straight. I had a job lined up. I got offered a job while I was in the army, and I moved to Canberra for a year and a half, and I worked for Optus as the network engineer team leader. So I was a corporal in the army, and I moved straight into a team leader position, looking at just doing the exact same job. Like it was network engineering, like working with switches, routers, and it was like, but I even took a step back and like hands-on because I was basically in a lot of meetings and stuff like that. So, and then I went to Telstra. I got poached from Optus to Telstra. So the transition from me was actually really good. Like it was seamless, but I'm not taking that away from like all the guys because I know how many of my mates are still struggling now, and they've been out for buddy 6 years, So, but for me, I was actually very fortunate with my transition, and that's because I believe I chose a job in the army which made it seamless. My job had, because they actually paid for a qualification because in telecommunication technician, the IETs or your training is 18 months, and for 12 months you actually come out with certificate 3 and 4 in network engineering. So you actually get actual civilian qualification. You get taught by a TAFE down in Melbourne. So and really with this job, it's not really about the on paper qualifications. If you can kind of prove yourself, or if you can do the job, then you'll get paid pretty good money doing it. So I was pretty lucky with that with my transition.
I'm gonna ask a little bit of a deeper question. So obviously being infantry as well, or ex-infantry, how did you find, because I guess there's a glorious stigma attached with being infantry. You know, you puff your skirt up, you walk 6 feet tall, even if you're only 5 foot. Fucking, you know, how'd you go? Sorry?
It's a boys' club. It's a boys' club, mate.
Yeah. So how'd you go from giving that up to another role in the army? Was it easy?
It was easy for me because I went from a position. I was obviously infantry 5 years, and then I went straight back into IATs with young blokes, and they were all kind of looking up to me. So that macho-ness and stuff like that never really left. You know what I mean? So, and here I am at a place with 180 new kids, and there's just one infantry guy who's been in 5 years. You know, like. I was the talk of the town, mate. You know, but in saying that, the vibe of like the lifestyle of being a Sikh compared to a grunt is so different. Like, you don't every weekend with the grunts, you go out and get on the piss, you know, like hang out with the boys and stuff like picking up girls and stuff like that. But with the SIGs, you know, like lots of the guys will stay in their rooms, you know, like every now and then, like you have guys going out, but it's a different group of guys. They're just from different walks of life, and it's so different, you know. But now I've never really thought about it until you asked that question. But they're really different.
Yeah, see that's something as well. Is I do know that it was very difficult for infantry at my unit to like they almost wouldn't let you transfer. It's like you put in a transfer to go into a different corps, and they'd lose your paperwork or they'd fuck you around till you just were like, whatever, I'll just stay or get out.
I don't know why they do that too, because an infantry soldier is just a number. You know what I mean? Like it's not a hard. It's hard to be good at the job, but it's not a hard job. Like, you know, like it's just and you can get away with a lot in infantry because there's so many people. A lot of people skive, and like a lot of people go to rehab and come up with fake injuries, and you know, like which gives it a bad name and stuff like that. But I don't know, man. Infantry, like there was a lot of good and bad days. Like Scrooge going outfield and sitting in a pit for fucking 7 days.
Yeah, that's full of water.
Like full of water. Like, you know. Just rain the whole time, mate. I still remember my DEFEX. It was like the 6th night sitting there on picket, and I swear to God, there was like a group of like 5-year-old kids dancing around the pit, throwing rocks at me, and the rock was the water like hitting my face, and I was just sitting there like it was the weirdest experience of my life. And I was like, I said to my mate, I was like, can you see these children dancing around the pit? He's like, what the fuck are you talking about? I was so adamant that they were there.
People don't realise the power of sleep deprivation, man, eh? Like, mate, you deprive yourself of sleep, fuck, it's just cooked. Your head does some fuck shit.
And you don't think it could happen, but I've seen grown men like just walking during the day and then stand there and just fall asleep standing up with nothing supporting them, just literally stand there for about like a couple of minutes and then stop waking up and then just keep walking. Like it never happened. It's crazy.
That's gold.
Oh shit. That is bizarre.
I like your analogy of it though. Like it's not a hard job, but it's hard to be good at. You know, I like that actually because it's very true. Like you can go in and just, you know, fly by the seams of your pants, or, you know, if you want to be a professional. And I think, to be honest, Afghan changed a lot of the mindset of those type of people. Like it made or forced them almost to take on a bit more of a professional attitude and take the job seriously. But up until that point, or Iraq and Afghanistan, up until that point, I think there was a lot of people that, you know, thumb in bum or sort of like, this is easy.
100%, man.
You know, I get a paycheck.
It was just a paycheck, yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, definitely. And I guess I really had that drive in infantry until I did my knee. Like I tore ligaments in my knee, and that kind of wrecked me. I really lost my motivation after that injury, and it was hard for me to come back from.
Mhm.
But I was a bloody thumb and bum after that. Big time. Yeah, well,
At least you
it
made
was.
something, and to be honest, I consider it a win. You moved on to another place in the army that gave you a qualification, so that's a fucking win for those low level ranks. That's a win in my mind, man.
Yeah, man. I was actually, instead of when it came to the 5-year mark, I was either going to transfer, which I ended up doing, or get out and join the cops. And I did. I went to the cops and I did like the testing and stuff like that. And I did the pass that night. They called me in for the interview, and I never rocked up. So I just ended up cancelling. Not actually cancelling. I didn't even reply to them, but I just never rocked up. And I ended up transferring instead, just because I think it was because of like laziness. I didn't want to get out. I didn't want, because people told me you had to hand back all your stuff. I'm like, I don't want to hand back all my shit.
Yeah.
And it was literally like the reason I stayed in.
I love it.
Shit. Oh, well, we thank that you did, because now we've got Jericho, mate. So
That's it.
we got some silky smooth fucking beard oil that makes us, yeah.
Bloody good. Well, the last question I had on my list was for those that are thinking about making the leap into starting their own small business. Have you got any advice for them?
Mate, to be honest, like, just do your research. Just like make sure make sure you're ready to go. But as I said before, the hardest part is taking the first step. And a first step can be something as small as buying the ingredients, like something that you have to do something with, whether it's buying your product or starting a free trial on a website, or even if it's like making something as the email for the business that you're going to start, or start an ABN or something, but just make it something small. And because once you start something small, there'll be a next step, and then there'll be a next step. Like I procrastinated for so long about the business. Like I was like, am I going to do it? Am I not going to do it? Am I going to do it? And then what started was, for me, was buying the ingredients. Yep. It was a small thing, but it led to the next step, which was the website, and then it just kind of snowballed.
Yep.
Just have confidence. You can't fail unless you try. And unless, if you don't try, you'll never fail. So you have to like make yourself vulnerable. Just give it a go, and it's either it's going to be awesome, or it's not. But it doesn't matter if it's not going to be awesome, because you try something else, or just keep going with it.
Yep.
But you just have to try. That's all. That's all I can give advice with it. Just try, man, because you only live once, and you'll regret it if you don't. So
That's it, man.
100%.
We can definitely identify with that. I mean, as three mates here, for the longest time we've said, oh, let's do something together, and then we've had various ideas, and then it was, oh, let's do a podcast, and then we listen to podcasts all the time and go, how are we going to be able to do something like that? It's just like you said, those small steps where you go, all right, well, let's sit down. Like Josh and I sat down the first time, and we just had a phone, and we just said, can we talk for an hour? And we just talked. And then we went from there, and the next step was bringing Ryan on and buying a microphone. And then we sat down, and we've never released some of our ramblings, but
6 months of ramblings, man, and I swear it was. I wouldn't even wipe the shit with my use it as toilet paper, to be honest. It was 8 hours of just uncut, filthy shit.
Oh, it's terrible, but it was all good practice, and it was all forward momentum and trying things and failing at things. And then eventually we found a format and a structure. And slowly, I mean, we've been going since September 2020. So so not long at all. And now we've gone, all right, well, it's time we invest in some new gear, and you just slowly make those changes.
Exactly right.
And put yourself out there. That's the other thing.
Achievable goals. So not setting too much at once.
And I think that's what the biggest problem with people is, man. Like, people think that they need to buy shitloads of stock, and they need to have a warehouse, and like, you don't need that stuff. You have because you're not going to have a million orders from day one, or whatever product you're selling. Just start small. And there's nothing wrong with starting small. Like, no business starts big unless you have like $1 million in your bank account or whatever it is to invest. You know, like starting a small business is completely different to investing or buying a business. You know,
I think
stepping stones.
you're probably going to put more time and effort into things if it's your own money that you have at risk, I guess. And it's something you're passionate about personally rather than buying into something else. So, no, man, it's really good to see. Yeah, I mean, you're a relatively new business, and we've sort of only discovered you in the last 6 months or so, but it's awesome gear. So
Appreciate it.
Yeah, we're definitely, that's why we've had you on the podcast, because we were just interested to find out how it all started and sort of help promote you and your business.
Yeah, no, I appreciate that, guys. I have to make a shout out to my partner though. Like, I definitely didn't do all this by myself.
Yep.
She's been, we've done it literally 50-50. We do everything together. All the decisions are made together, and there's a couple of things I try to slip by, but she finds out. I get in trouble anyway.
Oh, well, that's good. If you can work together, then that's awesome. It shows you can do something, as a partnership in business as well as in life. That's awesome, man.
Cements that relationship too when you can work as a functioning machine. So yeah.
Oh, mate, don't get me wrong. We fucking had our
Yeah, look.
But yeah, at the end of the day, we're good. We're good.
Oh, that's good. Well, I have a quick question before I'm guessing that we wrap up.
Yeah, I think we'll wrap it up soon.
So you mentioned before that you were keen to get your gun license and things like that. Have you ever thought about getting into hunting at all, or fishing?
Fishing, yeah. Hunting, I don't know. Yeah, I've never done it. I don't know. Like, I don't know how I feel about the shooting the animals thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm not like a vegan or anything like that, but I got some dogs and stuff like that. But so I guess it depends what the animal would like, what I'm hunting. Like, if it's like, I don't know, like a complete pest, then yeah, I'll be there with you. But there's some huntings that I'm just fully against. But fishing, definitely keen.
So anything edible, like a deer, you can eat a deer. Fish, you can eat a fish. It's relatable.
Yeah. Like game meat or whatever it is. Yeah.
Yep. All right. Well, we'll extend an invite to you if you're ever in South Australia. We'll take you on a hunt and see how it goes. We actually just had tonight some sausages that we made up earlier on in the year from venison, and mate, it's funny as we evolve. We as hunters we utilise more of what we shoot, and we get the enjoyment of and the satisfaction of eating for protein and sustenance and things. So it's not just senseless murder or whatever vegans want to call it.
Well, people don't realise that when you pull the trigger and put an animal down, that's when the work begins, and then you've got this harvest of meat and all this part of the animal that you can utilise. So, I mean, that's definitely part of the process. If you ever want to get into it, that we'd encourage you for sure to get into that side of things as well. But by all means, man, do you have an idea of what you might want to get for a rifle once you've got your license?
Mate, no, I haven't even looked into it. Like, it's only, as I said, it's only been discussed 2 days ago. So I've just about to book in because I have to do the license. The 2-day license, safety fundamentals crap again.
Yep.
Like, it's so boring, but I still have to. And then you have to go up and shoot 20 rounds in a 22. Yep. Like, that's super exciting, but so I have to do all that again, and then I have to wait 6 months. But I'm not sure. I might have a look tonight after this. Yeah.
Howard 243.
No. Have a look at Warwick Firearms, the F1 light. All right, just you're an infantry guy. It's not quite the same as what you used to use, but it'll give you a hard on.
If you got a lazy $12,000,
it's not fucking $12,000. Fucking clan.
Far out. Hey, Josh, what sort of dogs you got, man?
I got 2 sausage dogs, man.
Caleb wants you.
How long have you been sitting on that question, Caleb?
No, I had to ask because my partner for the longest time has wanted a sausage dog, and I am now the owner of a 5-month-old sausage dog,
really?
little Winston. So, look, I was definitely like, oh man, this is like not the manliest dog, is it? But do you know what? He's a little champ, absolute champion.
Man, they're good. They are. They're good dogs. They're good dogs.
Yeah. So there you go.
The girl though, she's got really bad separation anxiety. The boy, he's chill as, just doesn't care about anything.
Yeah.
But the girl, she's full on, man. Like she has to be by your side, and if you walk outside and come back, like even if you've gone down, like gone away for 10 seconds, it's like you've been away for like a year. She's she's full on separation anxiety.
Yeah.
But they're good dogs, man. They are really good dogs. Really loyal and caring dogs.
Yep. A lot of personality. So up yours, you too. They're good dogs.
Yeah. Oh, I can't really talk. I've got 2 hours.
Oh, Josh, Ryan's got 2 hours. So yeah.
Yes. Yes. Half dogs. Not even that. An 8th dog.
Yeah.
Anyway, well, Josh, how can people get a hold of your products, and how can they find you on your social media?
Yeah, mate. So you can head over to www.jerichoaustralia.com. All of our products are there ready to go for you, and you can find us at Jericho Australia _ on Instagram. Facebook is at Jericho Australia. You can always message us. We're really open, and we love receiving messages from guys. We always get some questions about products and routines, and it's really personal to us. So always feel free to jump in, message us, and we'll help you out with routines, any products, any questions.
Beautiful. Love it, man. Well, thank you for your time. You've been very generous with your time, Josh. So
Thanks for having me, guys. Really appreciate it.
yeah, man. So that's a wrap for this week, I reckon. And next week we'll have more of the same. Have we got a guest next week? No.
No,
we don't.
No, we
Ooh.
don't.
It's back to us 3 talking shit again.
Yep. Tearing shit up like a pro.
It's going to be good fun. So, yep. Thanks, Josh, for coming on this week. And ladies and gentlemen, tune in next week for more of Send It Mate podcast.
Thanks, Josh. Thanks, mate.
Thank you very much for your time, mate.
Appreciate it.
Ladies and gentlemen, catch you next week.
Dude and dudettes. See ya.
Catch ya.
G'day, dude and dudettes. Josh here. Do you find it hard to keep your long, hard barrels free from gun STDs? Maybe you need a clean out of your bore. If this is you, jump on over to highcaliber.com.au and use the promo code SENDITMATE to receive a 10% discount on all your gun cleaning needs. And remember, it's sexy to support Australian-made products. Everyone here at Send It Mate uses high caliber, and we can promise you that it'll keep your firearms free from those pesky gun STDs.